Aloha Gemini, welcome. This is Taurus Tarot, and I'm Joy, and we are getting an energy reading for you. So Gemini, yeah, what is the message for Gemini? Some things coming through are just taking a new path, you know, going in a new direction about something or towards something new that I don't know, that you're feeling passionate about. Let's see what we got here. So we have the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is an awesome card, right? It's a card of self-love, of, you know, a love overflowing, of you know, being gifted with this energy of love. It's really good feeling. There's a lot, definitely like a lot of emotion flowing through here. I am also feeling that the sun is a really big theme in this card, in this energy. So this feels like a lot of like co-creative energy, a lot of intervention directly from source, like a lot of like of energy coming directly from source. Good, solid love, unconditional love energy, and that it is just like overflowing for you. And there's this feeling of peace as well. These two birds here, I don't know if they're doves or not, but definitely giving the feeling of peace, definitely having the feeling of balance here. There's like, it's almost like there's suns in each corner, sun in the middle, doves in each corner. The card is very symmetrical, so there's definitely a feeling of balance here and love that is overflowing. And then we have the Two of Wands, and I'm seeing walls here. I'm seeing that these here are walls, but of course they're not your conventional walls the way that they're kind of appearing in an X. I'm feeling like this is paths crossing. Like oftentimes the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands is kind of this energy of like making a choice. Twos are kind of about choices, about what path you want to be on and possibly taking a new path. But what I'm feeling from this card right now is this kind of like paths crossing, that that there are these two energies that have had to overcome some barriers in order to find themselves coming together, crossing each other in some way. It almost feels like a little bit of like some destiny involved in this. I don't know. It feels like possibly coming across a teacher, or it doesn't feel permanent. It feels like you're gonna cross paths with someone who you were meant to cross paths with, who was possibly meant to spark some of this unconditional love in you, or teach you about unconditional love, or possibly share some unconditional love with you so that you can fully understand what it means. I'm not quite sure, but there's definitely some feeling of intervention, some feeling of destiny with these two cards. It's definitely like this very positive feeling of something that's supposed to happen for you, that is going to really like almost like level you up in a way, like is going to like kind of put you on this path towards more love in your life. Not just being able to accept it, but being able to now give it. I almost feel like the giving part possibly was easy for you, but for whatever reason the accepting it back was not as easy. And I think that that tends to be a challenge for quite a few people. I think that a lot of people sometimes find themselves in this space of giving of love, but when it's time for them to receive it, they're not so open to it. It's not so easy for them to take it, and it's almost because it's more of that they haven't yet mastered loving themselves yet, and so therefore it's hard to accept that energy from another person. And I feel that has something to do with these two cards where I don't know, like it's like this, like there's some person coming in that is, or some path, some direction, some energy, something that is coming in for you that is really going to teach you about self-love, but it's going to be in a way that actually like first allows you to accept someone's to accept that love energy into your heart from someone else first, in a very open and like not so protected way, which is okay. Yeah, like I don't know, like this experience or this person coming in is gonna open you up in some way that allows you to accept more love into your life. So let's look at what the other cards have to say. Yeah, that was definitely some strong energy coming through the Ace of Cups and Two of Wands. Yeah, so the Two of Wands is also next to this the Nine of Wands, right? And so the Nine of Wands is kind of like this wounded warrior energy, and it's sometimes it is about putting up some protections for yourself, because it's almost like you felt some hurt and you're holding on to some pain possibly, that is kind of like putting up a wall for you to protect yourself almost, but I feel like this wall that you're putting up in order to protect yourself, I think probably has been a good thing for you, because you've been learning to set some boundaries. You've been learning to put up some protections for yourself instead of just allowing everything in to I'm hearing mishandle you in every which way, or like kind of toss you around or toss your energy around like in a washing machine or in a dryer. You're just like kind of being tossed around sort of left and right, and almost as if people are kind of taking your energy or taking what they want from you, and just kind of like tossing it around and using it as at their will, whether they even need it or not. It's almost like they'll deplete it from you even if they don't need it, sort of feeling. And so it's good that you have built some protection around that you have set some boundaries around that, because it's not okay for people to just come in and deplete you and use up your energy. So it's good that you have put protections around that, boundaries around that, but yet, so here you stand now, and it's almost like there these wands here, right? These wands, these energetic, passionate wands are kind of putting up this barricade, this crisscross, wall. It's almost like this weaving of sticks. And like here in Hawaii, like we weave like hala, right? Like the hala, and they make mats, and they can make baskets and all of this kinds of stuff that even baskets that could hold fish or hold water, even it's weaved so tightly, but this is not weaved so tightly, right? There's some opening in there to allow some things through. And you see this arrow here is able to penetrate, which is good. So it's like you have these boundaries and these protections, but you're still open, and you can accept things in, but it is now more of like your discretion of what you want to allow into your life, into your being, into your experience, right? Now you're choosing who you're going to share your energy with, rather than others coming in and just kind of taking it willy-nilly without any real thought to as to what they're doing to you by taking it, sort of thing, right? Not people perhaps were coming in the past that were taking of you and not giving back in return, and they were depleting in you just for depleting you, like taking pieces of you just for the sake of being able to do so, and that's definitely not a good thing. But you've learned to put boundaries around that, but yet you haven't closed yourself off completely. So this is incredible. This is really actually a very good feeling for you, Gemini. This is this feeling of like you definitely setting some boundaries for people, but not closing yourself off so completely that you're not allowing this good energy to come in. You're not closing yourself off so tightly that you're not allowing yourself to cross energies or to cross paths with someone who actually has a lot to provide to you, rather than just deplete you. Yeah. Okay. And look, so sometimes the cards fall and I glance at them, but I don't necessarily, it's sometimes just picking up one card, everything comes flooding in. So I wasn't really even seeing this energy that is in store for you. And the Nine of Cups is just this beautiful, beautiful wish fulfillment. It's almost as if there's this real progression happening here, right? There's this, and maybe it's happening in this way. Maybe you're actually you're crossing paths with this person who has been able to penetrate this wall that you have built. And you see this wall here, this wall is like made of stone. Like this is like a seriously solid wall. There's no gaps in this wall, right? It's pretty solid. It's a solid like brick wall I'm getting, with the red, right? And there's no gaps, there's no light coming through. It's pretty solid. And I almost feel like there's this reinforcement on the edges here of like these like rivets almost, I don't know if how well you can see that, but this wall here is strong, but there's this energy that has been able to penetrate it, and this is a good and just energy I'm feeling. I'm just feeling like all this sunshine rays of bursting energy and fire and just like this powerfulness sort of that is coming through with this, and it's like this energy has been able to penetrate your wall and has provided you with this unconditional love that you may have never really experienced in this way before. And it could go two different ways, right? It could go that with this card that you have remained open and you've allowed this energy to cross your path and you've allowed this love to come in, or it could be this energy has broken down this wall, allowed this love to come in, and now you're able to set up boundaries while still being open to this energy of love, right? And in any case, however it comes in for you, it's what it's bringing is this absolute like wish fulfillment. It's this emotional fulfillment. And I just heard loneliness for whatever reason. But so like there's this feeling that like you're no longer lonely, like this emotion that comes in for you like eliminates this loneliness you've been feeling, eliminates this feeling of perhaps like I feel like you've been feeling like the right person just is not out there for you. This feeling of like you're waiting and you've been asking for your soul partner to come in, and or your soul tribe or something like that, some that can bring you some emotional fulfillment. You've been asking for it, you've been waiting for it to come in, but it hasn't been coming in, and it feels lonely for you. But now it is. It's almost like through this process here, through this process of allowing it and accepting it, and you know, that now you can like just be in this space of this love just being part of your life. And I'm feeling like this is not like this is not just about a person coming in and you being able to accept their love and feel loved by them, but it's also more, it's not just that, it's also that you're discovering this love for yourself. And so that regardless of whether anybody comes in or not, or regardless of who comes in, you're always going to feel this love for yourself. Yeah, but this love for yourself is really what is going to bring in all this other emotion, all this other beautiful emotion that you've been waiting for. Okay, all right, Gemini, I hope that makes sense for you. That is what it is, and it feels pretty incredible. Yeah, so good luck to you. Aloha, I love you. Stay strong, stay safe, stay beautiful, stay divine. Namaste.